Hi, everyone. I'm so excited for our Saturday night stream for the month of August. I'm sorry for the delay here. I was having a bunch of technical difficulties with my streaming software, and then I realized like something wasn't connected properly, and I was like, "Oh, I need to re-enter the stream key and then hit go live," and I did not do that. So, oops. So, today we are going to be doing a Portland Q&A, and I will kind of wait for more people to trickle in to the chat before we start answering questions, just so it gives people some time to again come in, ask some questions, so we're not missing out, or so they're not missing out on anything. So what I have today with me, but while we wait for some people to come in, let's see. So I'm gonna be drinking some wine, and I also have a cute little Portland theme wine glass here. So this is a wine glass that I got at a shop in Northwest. I think it was from Tender Loving Empire. So they have a lot of cute like Portland knickknacks, and it's really adorable. And so for the wine, I have this red wine that I got at Portland Pride. There was a vendor called Hiptrix Winery, and so they're based out in, I believe, Southeast Portland. Their address is on the bottle, or maybe it's not. Okay, well, I know that their winery and like their tasting room is in Southeast Portland from what I remember when I talked to them. So there is that. And basically, I got like a cab, and so this is the Wine Bunny Rouge, and yeah, so it's a lesbian owned winery, so I thought that was really cool. So just keep all the Portland themes going here. And then I also have some cashew cheese from the brand Vtopia, which is like a vegan based creamery out here in the Pacific Northwest. I do believe it's actually based out of Portland. So this is the pepper jack. So what a great way to go ahead and have some like cheese and wine. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna go and just open up the bottle. Make sure everyone is asking questions in the chat, because remember, this is a Q&A video, so please don't be shy. So I am gonna go ahead and just open up the bottle. I don't know why I haven't opened this. Like, this has been just sitting in my kitchen cabinet since June, and I feel really bad because it hasn't been touched. So I thought, like, oh, you know what? This would be like the perfect time to go ahead and do my wine drinking. Okay, I think that's more than enough for now. So refreshing. So, yeah, while we're just kind of waiting for questions to come in, I went to the farmer's market this morning and got this pepper jack cheese. So, it is vegan based, and I'm excited about it. I tried a little sample of it earlier this morning, and I loved it. And I was like, okay, I am buying it. Anna, hello! I am still a vegetarian, and I have been a vegetarian for, what is it, 4 or 5 years now? And I have been loving it. I don't plan on going back. So, yeah, vegetarian for life. And this cheese is so good. Oh, my God. Like, what I like about this cheese is that it's very, very creamy, and it doesn't really taste like cashews. So if you're ever in Portland and you want to go to the farmer's market on Saturday at Portland State, I highly recommend you check out the Vtopia booth, because so good. There used to be a sister storefront in Goose Hollow, and unfortunately it closed back in June, which sucked because I loved that restaurant so much. They had some really yummy vegan sandwiches, and I had mentioned them in my Portland Vegan Eats video, and now I feel bad that it's in there because it closed, but I made that video way before it closed. Like, it was still in business. I'm wondering if it just got affected by the pandemic and sales had declined. I'm not sure, but it is really depressing. I mean, pepper jack cheese and red wine, always a good combo. So, how's everyone's weekend been so far? I hope everyone is enjoying it and relaxing. Curious to know where you're watching from, wherever you are in the world. It is 5:15 Pacific Standard Time, and here in Portland. Hello there. How do you feel about the news about the homeless in Portland? Is it true? And how would you compare Sacramento or San Francisco's homeless population to Portland, St. John's area especially? DreamsEtube, thank you so much for your questions. Okay, so here's the thing. I think the media is super duper dramatic when it comes to homelessness and crime in this city. Yes, Portland does have a lot of tents, and it is really sad. But I would say you find most of the tents pretty much in like Old Town, Chinatown area, some in like downtown. I've seen a lot of them along the interstate, which is really depressing. But I want to say it's still not as bad as San Francisco's. I've only been to Sacramento once, and maybe it was just where I was, but I didn't really see any homelessness. Maybe again, it was just where I was. So I guess I'm not as familiar with San Francisco's like homeless population. But as far as St. John's go, I actually did used to live in St. John's, and St. John's is such a great area. The neighborhood is really cute. There's a couple businesses there. The only thing about it is that it's a little bit further away from everything, but I mean, I felt very safe living in St. John's. I loved how it was really close to the river. You have Cathedral Park. There's Cathedral Coffee, which is delicious. And there's a couple of good places to eat off of Lombard Street. So yeah, I mean, I felt perfectly safe there. I would say maybe not too far from St. John's, you might see some homeless people, but it's really, really, really minimal. I think it's a very good area, in my opinion. I do think there are some neighborhoods just in Portland that are a little bit sketchier than others in terms of like crime, but I have noticed where I see a lot of the homeless population is more on like the west side of Portland. But I do also, again, think that the media is just very, very dramatic, and it's also elitist people who only want to live in suburbs, who don't understand how city life is, are also very dramatic when it comes to, whoops, hang on. I think my screen just shut off. Hello. Can you guys still see me? I think you guys should be able to see me. Okay, I don't really know what's going on. 1 second. It's saying it's not experiencing enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know what that means. What is going on? Can you... okay. I see my video back. Okay, sorry guys. It just was really delayed for some reason. But yeah, long story short, people are just over dramatic when it comes to stuff like this. So please just, take that stuff with a grain of salt. The homeless people will not bother you unless you bother them. Please just let them be. They're also out here just trying to exist in life. So I really hope that we can always treat homeless people with respect. I do travel writing as part of my job, and I love using videos to research different cities. So I love videos you make about different things like restaurants, shops, and other places in Portland. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Anna. I really love that. As far as Portland videos coming up in the works, I do have a neighborhood tour video that will be coming out on Monday. I don't want to spoil too much of it. And I know at some point in the fall, I will be doing a video regarding some good Oregon TV movie spots. So they won't be just limited to Portland, but Oregon in general, since Oregon does have a couple of like well-known answers. I don't know why I said that. Well-known like movie film spots. Yeah, so that's something you can expect, but September is going to be focusing on something else, if you know what I mean. Is Woodstock safe? Thinking of moving there. Woodstock is very quiet. So Woodstock, I've only been in that neighborhood once to go to Cartlandia, which is a food cart pod. It's pretty big. There's lots of food trucks there. And yeah, it's going to be more residential. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. That would be a good neighborhood to move to, especially if you have kids. Anna and Tiffany so they could see me. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I kept getting like this notification from YouTube saying that my streamer service was like really poor. But now it's saying that it's healthy and excellent. So I'm not really sure what was going on. Dreams YouTube says you like my answer. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like my answer. And Anna also likes my answer about the homelessness too. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I try to do my best to be very sensitive about this stuff. I know like homelessness has really been criminalized, and that sucks, and I hate that. Especially in San Francisco. God, it pisses me off with how mean people talk about like homelessness over there. I made a live stream about that back in February about like the dark sides of San Francisco, because I do think it's still important to address, and we had a really good conversation. So anyone who went to that live stream and really engaged in it, y'all were awesome because we had a great conversation. B. Julia says, hey, beautiful. Hey, girl. Thank you so much. How are you doing? What shows are you watching now, if any recommendations? So I am a big reality television junkie. So I'm currently watching The Bachelorette right now. So if anyone is a Bachelorette fan, let me know in the comments if you're watching. Who are you rooting for to get engaged to, Gabby and Rachel? Love to know your thoughts. I am watching Big Brother right now. That's another big reality television show that I like. I'm kind of ready for the season to be over, just because some of the cast members are just really driving me crazy at the moment, and I'm like so done. So the end of September can't get here soon enough. I'm trying to think of some like any other recommendations. I don't know if you've seen this show on Netflix that I recently finished season 3 of, but it's called Never Have I Ever. That is a fabulous show. It was produced by Mindy Kaling. It's absolutely brilliant and really funny. And also, speaking of like an Indian-centric show, I heard Indian Matchmaker season 2 came out, so that is going to be on my list to be watching very soon. I probably won't be able to start that until maybe either tomorrow night or Monday, just because I've had things going on, and I do have a hard stop around like 6:30 because I told my friend I would go out with him. And the reason we're going out is because Britney Spears just released a new song with Elton John. They did like a new version of Hold Me Closer, and it is amazing. So we're so happy for Queen Britney to be making this very small comeback with music. Ugh, we missed her. We love her. And fun fact, my birthday was basically National Britney Independence Day. She officially got off her conservatorship on my 30th birthday, which was November 12th of 2021. So I'm excited to just share how special my birthday is now. Love from SF. Oh, that's awesome you live in SF. I might be going there soon. Go Britney. I love her. We all love her. Anyone who hates Britney Spears is incorrect. Speaking of like 90s singers, the Backstreet Boys were in Portland on Monday. I texted my friend group and nobody wanted to go on a Monday. They said that 7:30 on a Monday was too late. And I'm like, y'all are no fun. And while I could have gone to the Backstreet Boys by myself, I really wanted to have a friend with me for that one, because we could have just like rocked out and jammed. And I had been to concerts before. Like I saw Lady Gaga in San Francisco back in 2017 by myself, and it was great. And I'm going to be seeing her again soon. Indian shows sound good. I always wish I could hire a matchmaker, full-on arranged marriage. Don't want to put it in the work. Listen, I am anti-matchmaker, and this is just me personally. So I feel like matchmakers are just glorified salespeople who have like a very small database of people, aka their clients who are looking for matches. And those people may not necessarily be right for you. I mean, sometimes arranged marriages can work out. Like, I'm not shitting on arranged marriages. It's just matchmakers that I am shitting on. Like, I know arranged marriages are a little bit different than just like the whole concept of matchmaking in general. But the show is just so fascinating to watch. Elsa is doing great. She's not on the cat tree. She is currently sleeping at the moment. When I got back from the farmer's market, she basically screamed in my face and wanted lots of attention. So I spent maybe about 10 minutes just giving her belly rubs because she loves her belly rubs. Speaking of patriarchy gone wrong, LOL, just ask Brittany. Who's Elsa? Elsa is my cat. Sorry. My cat's name is Elsa. It's funny, I didn't name her when I got her. So I adopted her in 2014 when she was 11 weeks old, when I was living in Kentucky. And I had asked if she was named after Frozen, and the rescue people did say yes. And honestly, I didn't want to change her name. I thought it was actually very fitting for her, for like a cute little Siamese kitten. And it just stuck. And I mean, she responds to it. She knows her name. She's a good kitty, but she can also be a huge brat. Single matchmaker is sus. Listen, any matchmaker is sus. Matchmakers are just not who you want to mess around with. There was one time when I was in San Francisco, I discovered a 3-Day Rule, which is a matchmaker service, and I was able to get on like their like little database list for free, and they could send me potential matches every once in a while. And like the people that they sent me were just people that I was just not interested in, or they were like too old or too young. And I eventually told them, like, take me off their list. Like, I don't want a part of this. And I realized, like, you know, you can't pay your way out of singlehood. Like, I think people need to understand, you can't pay your way out of that. Pet cameos are welcome. So if she pops up, I will happily put her on screen. I think she is sleeping right now, so I don't want to disturb her. How long do you think you want to stay in Portland? Do you want to move back to SF? That is the $1 million question now, isn't it? So, I don't know how long I plan on staying in Portland. I would eventually like to move back to SF. I think I would want my first house to be in Portland, just because I could probably, well, I can't say I can afford a house now regardless, but I think it would be a lot cheaper for me to afford a house in Portland, and then once I have more money, I can move to San Francisco. But it's just really going to depend if I ever get partnered, because I don't want to uproot somebody's life because of me and my selfishness of wanting to live in San Francisco. So guys, it's hard, like, because I just have no idea if I'm going to be in Portland for the rest of my life. I really don't know. But I am really happy here. Like, I've said this before on my channel, and I'll say it again. Portland really surprised me. I moved here never visiting, didn't really know nothing about Portland, and it turns out it felt very similar to SF, and I just said to myself, okay, you know what? I will just see how this goes, and if I hate it, I can always move back to San Francisco. And now I've gotten comfortable, and I've made friends. It took me about 6 or 7 months of living here for me to finally start establishing a friend group, which has been really awesome. And I want to say I have about like 5 good friends here now, which is honestly more than enough for me. And I think back in San Francisco, I have a couple of small handful of friends there too. So having just like a good handful of friends can be enough for you to like not feel so lonely in a city. What's my least favorite chore and why? Always a fun icebreaker to see people's answers. Anna hates vacuuming. That's an interesting question. What's my least favorite chore? Let me think about that over a second. Can my job count? I mean, what would I give to just be able to wake up any time of the day and not have to worry about whether or not I can like stick to like a regular schedule. I mean, I would love to just be able to create my own schedule, but no, really, what is a chore that I hate doing? Maybe cleaning out the cat box. I don't think that's a very good chore to do. I have to be 100% selfish. Any other fun cities to visit that you recommend? Obviously, San Francisco, Portland, Nashville is on my list. Anna, oh my God, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. As far as like any other cities go, let's see, what else is a fun city? Philadelphia is really fun. A lot of my family grew up there, and I never really got to see a lot of Philadelphia when I was a kid, but once my sister and I were old enough to drive, we finally were able to like really explore Philadelphia, and it's pretty fun. I want to go to Austin soon. Even though I hate the state of Texas, at least like Austin's somewhat of a redeemable quality for the state of Texas. What else is a fun city? God, I haven't traveled in a while. I'm trying to think. If we're talking about U.S. cities, Nashville, Philadelphia, San Francisco. I'm probably going to go to Seattle in the fall. And I'm also going to Bend at the end of September, so I'm excited for that. Hillary, hey, how are you doing? I think Portland has been good for you. Go, Alana. Thank you so much. You know, so many people have told me that Portland's been really good for me. One thing I will say is my quality of life has really improved in Portland, except for me gaining a ton of weight here, and my mental health issues got a little bit bad. But I can afford rent better. I have been able to just find coziness. Like, I will tell you this, Portland is one of the coziest cities that I have, like, ever lived in. I mean, San Francisco was expensive. There was some cozy aspect to it, but it's definitely more, like, fast-paced. I was able to find ways to make it cozy for myself, but Portland is a lot slower pace than San Francisco is. Also, with the weather, that can make it cozier, but I cannot wait for Portland fall. There is nothing so amazing than a Portland fall. Anna asked how my job is going. The job is going good. I sadly found out that my department is closing at the end of the year, so I'm probably going to be reassigned a new team, which is great because I work at a really big company and there's other teams, and so they don't do layoffs there, which is like really nice, and I feel very privileged and fortunate to say that because so many people are getting laid off like left and right. So yeah, the job's a little weird. I'm kind of useless at work right now, so I don't really have any work to do at the moment, but I guess it's kind of a benefit when you get paid to do nothing. B. Julia likes vacuuming. You gotta find the floor first. You know what? I actually like vacuuming. There's something really satisfying about seeing a clean carpet or floors where you don't have like cat hair or crumbs or any weird things that you find on your floor that you didn't know were there. And it's very satisfying to see the end result. Nashville is really fun. Let me know if you want recommendations. So you heard it first from Anna. She can give you some recommendations. The last time I went to Nashville was 2017. One of my friends from college she was getting married, so she had her bachelorette weekend there, and that was really fun. And that was actually like my first time even visiting Nashville. Of course, Hillary's gonna say DC because she lives there. Also, I want to let you know I listened to you so much that my husband was just like, "Oh, you're listening to Alana again." LOL, he knows you. That's so funny. I love that. I always love hearing people telling me that they really like listening to my stuff and they binge watch my content. It really means a lot. And it's really interesting when I have like my own friends watch my videos, because the thing is, like, my YouTube channel, like, I didn't make my videos for my friends. I mean, if you have noticed, I have over 1,600 subscribers on YouTube, and I absolutely do not know all of those people. They are not like friends and family. I mean, there are some friends of mine that do subscribe to my channel, but, you know, I don't get upset if some of my best friends don't like watch my videos at all. It really doesn't bother me because not all of my best friends are like my target audience, but it's always nice to have support. Like, one of my best friends didn't subscribe to my channel until 2021, and I've had this channel since 2017. So, it doesn't really bother me. It's just about people's interest and taste, so I definitely don't take any offense to it. But it is always nice when my friends do come up in the chat and they say hi and they tell me how much they love my videos. It does mean a lot because I don't expect them to watch my videos. Gotta work, pay the SF bills, take care. Well, B. Julia, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Hillary said it's true. It's true to what? I might have missed that part. I'm gonna eat some more piece of my cheese. What other Portland questions do you have? I love how y'all are so friendly in the chat. That's really heartwarming. That's what I love about YouTube. Like, YouTube is a community. So seeing, like, my subscribers engage with, like, other people in the chat is amazing. Oh, I never expect friends to watch. Yeah. I don't expect them to watch. If they do, that's great, but I don't get offended if they don't. My sister said she's seen some of my videos before, but I don't even think she's subscribed to my channel. My brother knows I have a YouTube channel, but I have no idea if he's even seen a single video of mine. Do I have any plans for my Bend visit? Don't know much about that city. So Bend is a city in Oregon. It's about 3 hours out of the city. And so, B. Julia, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Basically, so I know some things we have in mind for Bend is to do some hiking. We're going to be staying at a really cool hotel. I don't want to give away the name just for, like, privacy purposes. You'll find out about it later. And then, the Last Standing Blockbuster is in Bend, so clearly I gotta go check out that nostalgia, and I bet that store absolutely makes a ton of money just because of the nostalgia, and I think that's really cool that there's one store left in the whole entire country, and it's in Bend, Oregon, so that is something I'll be doing, but I know we'll definitely be doing a ton of hikes. I'm sure we'll see some lakes. We'll probably go to some, like, breweries and coffee shops because Bend is, like, really well known for the beer and coffee scenery. I knew Portland was really well known for the beer and coffee scenery, but Bend takes it up a whole nother level. Is it easy to work without a car? And how do you feel about the Cvs Downtown? So, thankfully, I work from home, so I don't drive to my job, but what I will say is that it's actually very easy to get around Portland without a car. I actually recently made a video about, like, how to navigate public transportation in Portland. I think I uploaded it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's very, very recent, so definitely check that out. So what's nice is that you can get around the city just fine without a car. I mean, we have really good public transportation here. I've been doing fine without a car. There are some times where I do take an Uber. Let's say if where I want to go requires me to take a bus, but the bus isn't coming for 40 minutes, I'm going to say no, screw that, and I'm going to take an Uber. So I always make sure that I, like, check my Portland transportation app so I know when the buses are coming and how to time that up so I don't miss the bus. But it's completely doable. We have a couple CVS's downtown, and they're honestly fine. Yeah, I live really close to a CVS, and I go there, like, all the time. It's kind of dangerous, and it's perfectly fine. The only downside about that CVS is that they are always out of things. I guess that's because the CVS over there is, like, so popular, so they're always selling out of things. But I mean, it's fine in my books. Can you actually check out movies there too? Yes, you can. I don't know if we'll actually check out movies because I don't think our hotel will have, like, a DVD player or anything like that. I know it has a TV, but we would go just to go. Maybe we could at least buy, like, some candy there. I don't know. It's just cool to, like, check those things out because, you know, Blockbuster and Hollywood Video close, like, years upon years ago, once streaming services started coming out, Netflix really kind of took over that market. And now other streaming services are taking out the market and they want in. You guys are funny. I'm trying to think what else has been going on with me lately. Other than like work being kind of weird and getting that weird news this week. I'm trying to think. I feel like life's been kind of mellow lately. I'm very excited to travel next week. So that is something I'm looking forward to. And it's going to be much needed. The reason I'm asking is because I'm debating on moving to St. John's and leaving everything behind. Your videos and your vibes are truly inspiring. It's nice to know there's nice people in the world still. Thank you for everything. Aw, thank you, Dreamsy2. St. John's is a great neighborhood. During the spring and the summer, or not the summer, the fall, it's so beautiful. There's lots of like flowers and trees. And you have one of my favorite parks in St. John's, which is Cathedral Park. I did make a video on St. John's. I hope you've watched it, but I'm so happy that you are loving my video and my vibes, and it's inspired you. Like, this is exactly why I do what I do. I want everyone to, like, live in Portland or even San Francisco in their best bold life, living the happiest that they've ever been unapologetically. And that's basically, like, my why of my channel and, like, why I really make these videos. It's a deeper purpose than just telling you about like things to do in different cities. It's about what the message really is, and that is to inspire you to unapologetically live your best bold life. Hubby wants to know the average rent in Portland. Well, what kind of apartment are we talking about? 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, studio? Because it depends. I'd say an average price for a studio would be $1,400. A 1 bedroom would probably be like $1,500 to $1,700. And 2 bedrooms are starting to get expensive. They're at least $2,000 now. There might be some that are a little bit under that, but I think the average that I've seen lately is around like $2,000. At least I know in my apartment complex, that's kind of what it's been. I got a really good deal. 1 bed, so yeah, 1 bed I'd say between like $1,500 to $1,700. So like if you were partnered or living with, so I'd say if you're partnered and you were paying like, let's say $1,500 for a 1 bedroom, just divide that by 2 and you're paying a 3-digit number. I can't do math in my head. What is 1,500 divided by 2? Math, ugh. I'm trying, is it $1,750? I think or not $1,750, $750? I think it's $750. Favorite vegetarian restaurants in Portland. So I don't know about like Harlow is mostly vegetarian and not vegan, and I've mentioned that in my vegan eats video. So Harlow, I think there's a couple locations, but the main one that I know of is the one in the Hawthorne district. So that's a really good spot. They got a lot of healthy options. And another great place that I want to try that I haven't yet, which hopefully I'll do soon, and that is off the Griddle. That is like a vegan brunch place that I have heard great things about. I know some people on that vegan eats video, they are commenting, oh, you need to check this place out, or you gotta check this place out. So I knew I would miss out on quite a few spots in that video. So I'm excited to go and try some of my like subscribers' recommendations or just watcher recommendations, because not everyone who watches my videos will like subscribe to the videos or subscribe to the channel. So yeah, I'm trying to think, what was another great place that I like that is vegan? Because I don't know of anything like specifically that's vegetarian other than Harlow. Blossoming Lotus is excellent. There's so many options for that. Yeah, like I said, you'll have to go and watch my vegan eats video because it's pretty bomb. Yeah, $750. Okay, I was right. I was gonna say, like, I can't do math. It's awful. Oh my gosh. Like, guys, this cheese is dangerous. Like, I could eat this whole entire cheese. Like, look at it. I've really dug through it. I should probably stop, especially because if I'm going out with a friend soon and we want to get food, this will spoil my dinner. I think I was just so excited to eat it. That's okay. Yeah, it's up there. I think I made that video back in December. It's either December or January. Please link, I would love to watch. Yes, give me 1 second and I'll drop it in the chat in case anyone wants to watch it. Give me a second while I find it. My internet wants to be very slow. Let's see. Why is this being so slow? Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's like my computer. I have like a 2017 MacBook. And I feel like the memory is just sort of like getting weaker and weaker. Oh, why is this so slow? Jeez. You know what? I have a better idea. If I can pull this up on my phone and copy the link, it will transfer to my MacBook. That will be 1,000 times faster than whatever the hell I was just doing. Okay. All right. I just copied it. Nope, hang on. That did not work. Let's try this again. Share, copy link. I don't think I did that. That's probably what happened. There we go. No, you're good. I'm about to press send right now. There it is. So the link's in the chat if you are interested in watching the vegan eats video. Dreams YouTube says, one last question. Have you drove from SF to Portland and how safe did you feel about the drive? Unfortunately, I can't answer that question because I did not do that. So when I moved from San Francisco to Portland, I can tell you how I did it. So I just flew from, I actually flew out from Oakland to Portland just because I knew it would take off some distance if I was flying from SFO. And I also think it was a little bit cheaper. So the way that I moved my stuff from San Francisco to, Portland. So I use this thing called Bus Freighter. And so Bus Freighter is by Greyhound. And so all of like my personal items I put in boxes and packed them up. And I pretty much rented a car. And I drove out to the Bus Freighter station or the Greyhound station. And I dropped off the boxes and they had dollies for me there. And so they would basically ship it on a Greyhound bus. And I've used this service quite a few times. I mentioned them in my How to Move Across Country for Less Than $1,000 video, and I think I paid a little less than $200 to move my stuff. That time around, I had, I think, 8 boxes of stuff. And then, as far as my clothes go, I shipped some of my luggage, and basically that was really great and helpful. So that was just another way to just get some more of my stuff there. So let's see, what else did I do? And then with my furniture, so this is what was costing me a pretty penny. So when I moved to St. John's, I basically got some new furniture, like some small stuff, and one of my roommates had a bed that another roommate that lived in the house left over. So I just took that bed, and there were some like tables and chairs and a desk that they left behind. So I used that for the time being. And I had put all my San Francisco furniture in a storage unit in San Jose. And then when I discovered, okay, you know what, I need to stay in Portland longer, and my landlord was planning on selling the house, which is why I moved out of St. John's, I basically had to pay for a moving service, and I paid a little over $2,000 for that, and that sucked. It took a toll on my bank account, but you know what? It's nice to have my furniture again, but that's what I had to do. If I move to Portland, will I be safe from Republicans? I mean, there are Republicans that live here, but I would say this is definitely mostly liberal. Oh no, I went dark again. Okay. I think it's my camera just kind of shouting out. Let me know if you guys can see me again. Because what I'm doing is I use like a streaming service. I'm using like a video capture card so I can actually hook my camera to my streaming platform so the quality is better. I'm not using my webcam. But if that's like causing trouble, then maybe I should just go back to using my webcam even if the quality isn't as good. I'm back. Okay, perfect. Please let me know if it happens again. Hopefully it doesn't. I'll have to fix the settings so my screen doesn't go dark during live streams because that's really embarrassing. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can see now in my viewfinder how delayed it is that it was going dark. Love your hair, girl. Well, thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. You know what's funny? I get a lot of guys commenting on my hair. I think more than I do with women. It's really funny, and I'm all about men who have good taste in hair color. Excellent. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Well, Dreams YouTube, thank you so much for joining our stream today. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you come back for the next stream. Let's see. I love the hair too. Going to keep it that way for a while. I want to go back to darker eye, but I'm scared. I will be keeping my hair like this for a while. I think purple is my color. I like having the dark roots and kind of keeping it like an ombre look. Because at one point I was fully purple, and then I was starting to miss some of my black hair. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go back to my roots. So I dyed my roots back to black. Well, it's technically a dark brown. I think the black faded, so I need to kind of touch it up. I actually do need to touch up the root of my hair soon. So it's like very like a vibrant black color. So that is in the works for me. But don't be scared to go back to dark red. Why are you scared? Having colored hair is exciting. I feel like it can really transform you physically. And there is just something so amazing about just having like just colored hair in general. I felt like such a badass when I first started putting vivids in my hair. And you know what? For the longest time, I was also kind of nervous and scared about putting color in my hair. I love how it looked on other people, but I think I was so nervous about it. And I think it was really just about like finding the right kind of color for you. So that's really important. So yeah, purple was my color. I think just anything that's like a cool tone color was what was going to be best for me, because I have like a mix of like, actually I've gotten more cool tones over the years in terms of my skin. I used to have like a very neutral skin tone, but I think it's changed over time. Like ever since I like moved away from California, I don't get as much sun. So my skin kind of transformed and it got a little bit pinkier over the years. So yeah. But I think, you know, your skin tone will kind of tell you what color will look. I need to live in an ace where people don't, I'm guessing you meant to say area, where people don't get judged for colored hair. Then you are going to love Portland, Dylan, because let me tell you, I get compliments on my hair almost every single day when I am leaving when at least like when I'm out and about. And it is so amazing how accepting people are of like colored hair here. Like it is a thing. And I think like Portland people with colored hair kind of influenced me a little bit to put some color in my hair. And it was something that I had always wanted to try for a while. And I knew like I was going to feel very safe having like purple hair in Portland. So this is a great place to live if you have colored hair. You will not get judged, and I can guarantee you people will probably compliment you on it. It is so big to have colored hair here. And I absolutely love that. And the other thing that I really like about Portland that people don't really get judged for is liking a lot of like metaphysical and astrology stuff and tarot. So many people eat that shit up here. There's so many like metaphysical and crystal stores here. And there wasn't as many in San Francisco. Like people definitely like them there, but it wasn't as big as it is here. Elsa, hi! You're here. Do you want to make a cameo really quick for my live stream? Come here. She's like, no, I can't get her. Come here. Come here. Say hi to YouTube really quick. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bop your head. Hello. Up, the camera's right there. Yeah. Say hi. Wait, say hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Can I see your ring up closer? It looks cool and I love jewelry. LOL. I've been admiring the whole entire stream. Yeah, totally here. Okay, let me put you down. All right, bye, Elsa. Thanks for saying hi. So this is a ring that I actually got in my hometown of Richmond, Virginia. I got it at a store called The Aquarian. It is a metaphysical shop. So this is what it looks like. It is an amethyst stone. And I can tell you, I'm not really a big fan of the raindrop cut. Like, if I ever get an engagement ring, I don't want it to be this cut. But for an amethyst stone, that's perfectly fine. And so, just so we're clear, like, on the bottom, this is, like, a ring size adjuster that I got off Amazon. I actually talked about it on one of my live streams on Amazon. I do actually stream on Amazon, but that's more of, like, shoppable videos. Because my ring was like a size 7 and I'm really a size 6. And I just loved the size of my stone. I didn't want it to be too big. So that's why I decided, okay, you know what? I'll go a size up and I can always get it resized. And then maybe a few days later, I was scrolling on TikTok and found about these ring size adjuster things. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, that works. So yeah. That is where I got it from. I got it for like $54, so it was a little expensive, but amethyst is my favorite crystal. It's the February birthstone. So, yeah, when it's funny, I wasn't even born in February. I was born in November. Team Scorpio, what up? But, purple's always been my color. I mean, as you can see. And I love amethyst. I have like 3 different amethyst stones. Well, now I guess I have 4 if you include my ring. So yeah, that is my ring. Portland is known for weed and donuts. We got lots of great donut places here. If you want to go to a good donut place, I mean, if you're going to be a tourist here, you know, okay, check out Voodoo's. Do it once. If you move here, there are other donut places. Like Blue Star Donuts is really good. Sesame Donuts is really great. Nola Donuts is amazing. Heavenly Donuts, which is in North Portland, is really good. Not too far from St. John's, actually. Oh, so good. So good. Dylan is a Capricorn. Nice. I like Capricorns. I like a lot of... apparently, like, Scorpios or any water signs best get along with, like, other water signs or earth signs. So that would be like Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And we just started Virgo season. So if anyone is a Virgo in this chat, hello to you, Virgos. Hope you're having a good Virgo season. Gonna hop off. Great stream, Alana. Have a good night. Anna, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great night yourself. I will probably start wrapping up my stream soon, actually, because I think some of the questions are kind of dying down a little bit. So I think once I finish my wine is when I will end the stream. So we'll go and stream for just a few more minutes. Unless if no one else has anything to say, then I mean, I can always end it here too. But I'm always grateful for the people that do show up on my stream. I know Saturday night can be kind of late for people, especially if you're on the East Coast or if you're in a different country. You live in Portland proper or the metro? I live actually like in the city. If you mean like proper as in the suburbs, I live in the actual city of Portland. The suburb life is not for me. God, this wine is so good. I'm gonna have to save this for the rest of the weekend. Okay, well, if nobody else has any other questions, we can definitely end this stream now. But it's been really awesome having everyone here. And I want to thank you again for like engaging in the chat. Thank you so much for asking me your questions. If you are new to my channel and you aren't subscribed yet, do make sure you subscribe. Join the Kitten Squad. I really appreciate it. Okay, one last question, and then I'm going to head out. So Dylan asked, what's the worst area of Portland? So the worst area of Portland I would want to say is probably in like way deep northeast, like closer to Gresham or the Old Town Chinatown area, which sucks because like Old Town is really pretty and there's a lot of cool history behind it and there are some great places. There just tends to be like a lot of crime in that area, but there's a lot of fun things to do there. So that's like, and keep in mind that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so I hope that did answer your question. So for that, again, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone joining the stream tonight. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on Monday with my Portland video. Bye, everyone, and have a good night.